Hello, Mrs. Jones. Thank you for meeting with me today. I wanted to quickly discuss an intervention that I've developed that you can implement for Andrew in regards to his disruptive talking out behaviors. And this is something you could implement in your general classroom. I understand that it's a concern for you as it is interfering with Andrew's studies. So we initially defined disruptive talk out behaviors as talking or vocalizing in ways that disrupted other students' work or participation during instructional opportunities. And I looked at the baseline data, and that shows that Andrew is engaging in this talking out behavior on average for 25 to 30 times in a 15-minute interval. And I looked at the results from our functional analysis that we did the other day, and from the results it's very clear that he's engaging in this behavior because he wants to access your attention. So based on this information, I looked into the research of possible interventions that you could incorporate in your classroom. And I also took into consideration of the fact that he has a ADHD diagnosis and that he's also 7 years old. And based on that, I recommend non-contingent reinforcement as the intervention. So let me just briefly describe what non-contingent reinforcement is. So non-contingent reinforcement involves delivering the reinforcer that is maintaining the problem behavior, in this case attention, and you deliver it on a time-based schedule. So instead of providing attention when Andrew talks out, what you will be doing is providing attention on a specified time. So in this case, I recommend 20 seconds because I was looking at the baseline data and it shows that Andrew engages in talking out behaviors every 30 seconds. So we can start by doing it 20 seconds to catch him before he engages in the problem behavior. So let me just give a quick rundown of how that would look like. So at the beginning of your instructional session, I would recommend that it's a small group or one-to-one kind of setting, just because at the very beginning you're going to be delivering attention quite frequently. So at the beginning of your instructional session, you set the timer for 20 seconds, and then you set the timer to 20 seconds, and just during the 20 seconds you can do your work, grade papers. Andrew can be doing his own work, it could be independent work time. And then once the 20 seconds goes off on the timer, that's when you can deliver attention to Andrew. And the type of attention that you deliver is really dependent on what kind of attention Andrew prefers. So it could be high fives if that's what he likes, or it could be social verbal praise like "good job, Andrew, you're doing a great job, buddy," or it could be thumbs up, a pat on the back, or anything that Andrew really likes. And then once you deliver the praise, you can reset your timer to 20 seconds and then basically wait until the 20 seconds is up and then deliver the attention again. And you're going to be doing this throughout your instructional session, where it's actually like a small group or you're doing this one-on-one with him. I recommend maybe 15 minutes during your classroom. I also do recommend that you use a vibrating timer, and this is just so that you can keep it with you, and when it vibrates you can feel it, and Andrew doesn't necessarily have to know that what is going on. So yeah, that would be my other recommendation. And I know it might be a little bit alarming thinking about giving Andrew attention every 20 seconds, but I will assure you that we're going to increase that time slowly and gradually as we see Andrew's talking out behavior remain low. So we discussed 5 minutes as an appropriate time for you and what you can do in your classroom. So we're going to gradually increase that time as Andrew's behaviors remain low. So not to fear. It'd also be very much appreciative if you keep continuing to take data on the data sheet. That way we can track how many times Andrew is engaging in this behavior and to see if the intervention is effective at reducing it. I'm going to also link in my email the 3 articles that show that this non-contingent reinforcement is effective for children with ADHD in the classroom setting. It's by one of them is by Banda and Sokolowski, as well as Skinner. The other one is Skinner and colleagues, and then there's Rasmussen and O'Neill. So check that out, and I feel like that will be a great resource for you to use. If you have any questions, always feel free to contact me, and if you would like, you could even take a video of you performing the intervention, and then I can provide you with feedback if that's what you also need. So I'm going to check back with you in a couple of days. Until then, I hope you're doing well, and we'll go from there. Thank you, Ms. Jones. I hope you have a great day.